Every Hollywood producer and director pays a very special attention to costumes. Because costumes, they provide believability, they show personality. And our next speaker absolutely loves costumes. In fact, she loves hats. And she says that when she put on her first hat, she noticed that she got a new, what she calls, attitude. And so she's here now to talk with us about hats and the different things that can happen in the different attitudes that come, because she says that a hat, like any costume, will tell us a lot about a person, about the way they think, about the way they feel. Please help me welcome Mary Redmond. Mary. Great.
I don't know if your Saturdays are like my Saturdays, full of activities. It's the bank, it's the grocery store, the dry cleaners. Who knows how many things you have to do, but this Saturday, not all of those things were on my list. It was time to buy a new hat. I was ready for action. It was Dillard's at Oak Park Mall this time, so I headed in. And there I saw, oh my goodness, I saw 3 women. And they were having fun. They were trying on the hats, and they were looking in the mirrors, and they were laughing and giggling. And I thought, those are my kind of girls. Yeah, they're the folks I'm like. And then I saw her. She was very quiet, almost shy. And she walked around, and she picked up a hat. She put it on, looked in the mirror, took it off, back on the rack. She didn't smile. She didn't frown. She just picked it up, put it on, looked in the mirror, took it off the rack. And I thought, something's different here. Because when I shop for hats, it's about fun, not function. Hats to me are color and shape and courage and style and attitude. And then I stepped back and I heard her say to the sales lady, I need to find a hat. I'm having my head shaved on Tuesday. Oh no. I mean, I know you know what that meant. That meant cancer. Cancer, that's the only word. I mean, why else? She was small, she had gray hair, this tiny, shy lady, and she was going to have her head shaved on Tuesday. And I thought, oh man, I don't want to be a part of this. I mean, I have all these errands, they're important. I got stuff to do. I got an important day. I'm buying a hat for an award that I was going to receive along with 25 other women, business women. I was out for fun. But she said, I have to have my head shaved on Tuesday. To me, that meant breast cancer. I don't know about you, but those are the thoughts I had, breast cancer. 1 in 8 women this year will receive that diagnosis. 1 in every 8 will hear those words, you have breast cancer. And the vocabulary from then on changes. Radiation, chemotherapy, lumpectomy, mastectomy, lymphedema, reconstructive surgery. You've heard all those words. But when it's your body, a woman with cancer, she makes choices and her body goes through the changes. And I thought, well, there's changes in my life, but a lot of them are good. Think back with me, if you would. Think about when you first met the person you fell in love with. Think about it. That's a change. I remember meeting my husband, Dwayne. Oh my. Heart beating faster. Good looking, big shoulders. What a guy. Oh, those soft eyes, that gentle smile. He had me at hello. Yeah, I did. I knew my life would change the day I met him. Think of the changes you've had in your life. All kinds, and some of them you make choices, and some you don't get to choose. It just comes on you. So go back with me to the hat department at Dillard's. And I thought, do I stay or do I go? The choice was mine. And I, if you're like me, believe that everyone you meet in your life will change you in some way. I'm not sure how, but every friendship that you make, every acquaintance you make will change you. And so I stayed. And I came in, and I came over to her, and I said, I really hope that I'm not intruding, but I overheard what you said. And you've been trying on hats that are made of canvas. And they're beige. And I don't know much about losing your hair, but I'm thinking your head's going to feel kind of tender. And I don't think that beige is your color, because I'm afraid your skin tones might change just a little. And so maybe a dusty rose or a plum will do the trick for you. And she said, thanks. I think maybe you're right. Okay, I'll try it. And we began together to shop for hats. She said, why are you shopping for a hat? I said, honey, it is no big deal. It's an awards event. It's nothing. Oh, okay, all right. I said, who's important today is you. That's who's important. She said, but my hair's falling out, and Dillard's is going to get mad because it's coming out on the hat. And I said, that's the last thing Dillard's has got to be worried about today is a little bit of your hair on their hats. That's no big deal. Don't worry about it. And she said, oh my gosh, there's this beautiful hat for you. She said, it's so pretty with your hair color. I love it on you. And it was perfect. And I found a pretty plum one that was soft, almost like velvet, and she put it on. And she told me about her husband, Mike, as we shopped. She said, oh, I've got the best guy in the world. We've been married for over 40 years. What a guy. He's wonderful. He drives me from Iola, Kansas every Friday for my chemotherapy. That's almost 100 miles. I hate to tell you, but he's sitting out in the mall right now. And we'd been talking by then for almost an hour. But he was waiting for his girl, Lovetta. Lovetta was waiting. Yeah. Okay, so let's, we share and we have a really good time together. And we exchange phone numbers and we embrace each other, and I think, what a wonderful day this has been. And I'm out of there. That was done and it was special. Jump with me to 2 weeks later at the Hyatt Regency, just across the street. And there I am in the ladies' room getting ready for my big awards event, and I'm straightening my hat ever so perfectly. And in the mirror, I see Lovetta. She's there. She had her husband bring her all the way from Iola. She said, and my daughter, Shannon, Shannon, this is Mary, the lady I told you about. I want you to get to know her. She talked to me that day at Dillard's. Oh, man. I couldn't do anything but cry. The mascara ran and I didn't care because we hugged each other and she was there. She said, I wanted to support you like you supported me. And I made a commitment at that point. I said, we're going through this cancer together, Lovetta. And we did. Chemotherapy. I was there. I held her hand. Mike waited down having coffee. The day of her mastectomy, I was there with her in the hospital, and I held her hand. And we prayed. And we gave strength to one another. Radiation, I was there. I don't know. Choices and changes. She's doing well today. It's 4 years since her cancer journey began. We're still good friends. We listen to each other when we talk. Because I found that day that if you listen carefully, you will care fully about another human being. listen carefully, and you will care fully about another person. What a lesson in changes and choices. They're not all that dramatic in life. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're light. I was a few blocks from here at the Liberty Memorial in the fall, this November, and I'm walking along, and I'm feeling like $1,000,000. I'm walking, and my nose is in the air because I think I'm cool. And I'm looking good, and the trees are sparkly, golden and red. Those leaves, and there's a slight breeze, and I'm going, where's the camera? I have got that long mall to walk to the Liberty Memorial, and I am strutting ever so beautifully until I'm not. I look down, and my slip is around my ankles. Okay, choices and changes, I tell you. Slip at the ankles, I got 3 choices for Miss Cool. Well, one, my nose was already down, because I am no longer hot stuff. Choice number 1, you step out of it, and you keep walking like it never happened, and hope the wind blows your slip away. Okay, choice number 2, you bend down ever so gratefully that you can pick it up. You got a great big purse, you stuff it in, and you go on down the road. Choice 3, you don't give a darn about what anybody thinks. You just pull it, hike it up, stick it under your skirt, and walk on down the road. 3 choices. Any one of them will change my life. So what did you think I did? I'm not telling. I'm not telling you what I did. That's my secret. Because I make choices and changes just like you do every day. Think about it. What choices and changes will you make today? I have over 125 hats and stories that go with every one. If you would like to know a little bit more about my hats and my changes and choices, I'm Mary Redmond. Thank you.